fam, today we're focusing on hip and lower back pain relief. A quick but powerful 5-minute routine to release tight hips and ease lower back tension and improve flexibility so you can move better throughout the day. If you wake up feeling stiff in your lower back, tight in your hips, or just need a stretch to reset, this routine is for you. No equipment needed, just you, your mat, and a few minutes to invest in yourself. You can do this anywhere, in your bedroom, living room, or even outdoors for an extra energy boost. And here's the plan. We'll start with pigeon pose to unlock hip tightness, move into seated hip rotations for mobility, and finish with lying hip circles to fully reset your lower back and pelvis. Most people skip mobility work and wonder why they feel tight all day, but not you. You've shown up and that's already a win. By the end of this routine, I promise you feel lighter, looser, and completely refreshed. Let's hit the mat. If your hips feel locked up, this is the stretch that will set them free. Start in the high plank position, then bring your right knee forward, placing it behind your right wrist. Extend your left leg straight back, keeping your hips squared. Inhale to lengthen your spine and exhale as you fold forward, resting on your forearms or the mat. Hold for 30 seconds, breathing deeply into the stretch. Switch sides, bringing your left knee forward and repeat. This stretch targets deep hip tightness, opens up the glutes, and reduces lower back strain. I promise by the end, your hips will feel free and mobile. Beginners can keep their chest lifted instead of folding forward. If you're advancing in the stretch, walk your hands forward and rest your forehead on the mat for a deeper stretch. Now that we've opened up the hips, let's work on hip rotation and mobility with seated hip internal rotations. If you feel tightness in your inner thighs or hip flexors, this movement will unlock your range of motion and increase flexibility. Sit with your feet wider than hip width apart and knees bent. Slowly drop your right knee inward toward the mat, keeping your left knee up. Switch sides, dropping your left knee inward while your right comes up. Continue alternating for 1 minute, keeping the movement smooth and controlled. This stretch improves hip mobility, increases range of motion, and reduces stiffness in your lower back. I promise you by the end, your hips will feel looser and more open. For beginners, keep your hands on the floor behind you for support. If you're advancing in this stretch, sit tall and place your hands on your knees to increase mobility. Now that we've improved hip rotation, let's deepen the stretch with a frog stretch. If you've ever felt tightness in your inner thighs or groin, the stretch will open up everything and give you that full lower body release. Start on all fours, then widen your knees as far apart as possible. Keep your feet flexed with your toes pointing outward. Lower onto your forearms and gently press your hips back. Hold for 1 minute, breathing deeply and relaxing into the stretch. The stretch opens the inner thighs, relieves hip tightness, and improves flexibility. By the end, I promise you feel relaxed, grounded, and fully reset. Beginners can keep their hands on the floor instead of flooring to the forearms. If you're advancing in the stretch and need more of a challenge, rock your hips forward and back slightly to deepen the stretch. Now that your inner thighs and hips are open, let's fully relax into the lying butterfly stretch. This is where we melt into relaxation. If you need a hip opening stretch that feels effortless, this is it. Lie flat on your back and bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall open. Place your hands on your belly or stretch them overhead for a deeper stretch. Breathe deeply and hold for 1 minute, allowing your hips to fully relax. This stretch gently opens the hips, relaxes the lower back, and promotes full body relaxation. By the end, you'll feel calm, open, and at ease. Beginners can place pillows under their knees for support. Advanced stretchers can press your knees closer to the floor for a deeper stretch. Now that your hips are fully open, let's mobilize them with lying hip circles. If your hips and lower back feel stiff, this final movement will bring them back to life. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat. Lift your knees toward your chest, then circle them outward in a slow, controlled motion. Go gentle and easy on your hips. Reverse the direction after 30 seconds. The stretch increases hip mobility, improves circulation, and relieves lower back tightness. I promise by the end, you'll feel completely refreshed and realigned. If you're a beginner, keep your circles smaller. If you're advancing and need more of a challenge, make bigger circles. Tell me you feel great. If you do, let's keep the momentum going. Go check out the free gift in the description. It's going to help you level up your flexibility even while you're working at your desk. Stay strong, flexible, and powerful. I'll see you in the next session. Let's go.